Hi, I'm Jacqueline Shambaugh with the Fayetteville Observer, and I am a sports reporter here covering high school athletics. And we're going to talk a little bit about Athletes of the Week. This is a segment that runs every Thursday in our print paper, and you can find it online by Wednesday afternoon, recognizing high school athletes. First up this week, Morgan Nunnery of Cape Fear, freshman softball player for the Colts. She drove in the game-winning run when Cape Fear took a 2-1 extra inning win over Marlboro Academy last week. That's an important role for her to play as a freshman in this 2 spot in the lineup. She needs to come up with big-time performances like that. And funny enough, she had actually had an error in the outfield in the previous inning. So it's a good sign from a young player to be able to shake off an earlier mistake and turn around and perform when it really counts. So congratulations to Morgan on that. Gavin Williams of Cape Fear, senior pitcher. He's committed to ECU, but he has been under a lot of scrutiny by Major League Baseball scouts in recent weeks. And he actually pitched 5 2/3 innings last week against conference rival Pine Forest. He allowed no hits, but was pulled early because he's coming off knee surgery March 1st, and he looked completely back and ready for action, and has actually pitched since then this week, where he turned in a no-hitter to help the Colts win the Warren Edwards Baseball Invitational out of Douglasburg. So 2 really good performances by Gavin, and this is not the last we've heard of him this season. Chandler Barber of Union Pines, a junior outfielder for the Vikings. The Vikings are one of those teams, they've been hanging around all season. They're currently in 3rd in the Cape Fear Valley, and they've just been pulling performances from different players with each successful game that they've had. Chandler, no exception. He was 6 for 7 across the week at the plate for the Vikings, drove in 7 runs, scored 10 of his own, picked up a pair of walks, a pair of doubles, and again, that's just the sort of performance that the Vikings have been getting all throughout their lineup as the season's gone on. You just never know who's going to step up for them, and last week it was Chandler. Rounding out our group this week, Reagan Lockwood of Southview, a senior softball player for the Tigers. Tigers played E.E. Smith earlier in the week. It's kind of a lopsided affair, although she was 1 for 1 there, but her big performance came later in the week against conference rival Jack Britt. Southview got a 4-3 extra innings win over Britt, and Reagan was instrumental of that, 2 for 3 at the plate, helping Southview stay up there near the top of the Mid-South. Cape Fear still rolling, of course, undefeated and in that top spot, but Southview needs wins over teams like Jack Britt to stay up there in the number 2 spot, and they got it with a big help from Reagan. So that is our Athletes of the Week this week. If you want to nominate your players, you can do so. Monday at noon is when nominations are due. You can email them to me. Please, coaches, athletic directors, nominate your players.